What's good, guys? It's Chikata here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Powfu X Blackbear type beat with guitar. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're here with the project file of that beat that you just heard. I made that beat quite a while ago and I didn't know what it was. To me it sounds kind of like a Powfu Blackbear type beat, obviously. Initially I think I started thinking it was a Blackbear type beat, and first thing I did was just come up with that guitar sample. I've talked about it in another video or two. I record my guitar samples directly into my Zoom H5. And then I add like guitar rig and those effects after. So I just record the direct input, and then like I said, I add those things after. So yeah, here's what I have for the guitar sample. We got guitar rig, fab filter, stereo imager, and the tape stop, which is just, the tape stop is just the cool wow effect. I'm using the basic jazz preset. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's see which one I'm using. That's the one I'm using, super clean funk. No, I'm using jazzy chorus, sorry. I just couldn't tell because it just went away, but I'm using Guitar Rig 5 in Guitar Amps, Jazz Amp. I'm using the jazzy chorus preset. And that's what it sounds like. Here's what it sounds like without guitar rig and the effects. You know, it doesn't sound great without the effects. I had guitar rig. Add the Pro Q to cut off the low end and some of the unnecessary high end. Stereo imager to make it fill the left and right channels more, to feel more full, because it's like the main instrument. And the tape stop. This is a free plugin. If you want to add an effect like this, right here I have an automation clip that triggers the tape stop. So it just triggers that. If you look at the tape stop right here, there's this thing that says trigger. So yeah, that thing actually just, obviously right here, this is 0. And then I have it set to turn on and then turn back off when the beat drops. So when the drums come in, it just goes away. And that's just a cool little transition effect. You can add that right before the bass drops. That's a cool effect. And then we come in. What we have for percussion at the start, we just have a snap. This is from the Cave drum kit by Kenny Beats. It's just a simple snap. I don't think I have any processing on the snap. I don't have any reverb that's disabled. I just have this compressor that's called Pop Snap. It just makes it more snappy. Here's with and without. Makes it stand out in the mix and more snappy. And it is a snap. So then I got the tag, obviously. Keep it going. Got the reverse vocal swell. This was just, I just like yelled like a note, and then took the reverb, put a shit ton of reverb on it, and then I took the reverb tail after the yell ends and reversed it so that it comes up. It sounds like a swell, you know. It's a swell made from the reverb of like a vocal. I can make a video tutorial on that sometime if you guys are interested. Let me know in the comments. But also, so I record all my guitars, like I said, and I'm looking at dropping a loop kit in the near future. So if that's something you guys would be interested, definitely subscribe. I will be dropping a loop kit in the coming weeks or months, and it will have some fire loops better than these ones because I recorded these like a year ago. Anyway, we come in with the bass, and the bass is an Omnisphere preset. It is Drama Wheel Bass, or Is that what it's called? Yeah, drum wheel bass, and it just sounds cool because it has this weird scooping, like. I like it. I think it sounds unique rather than using like an 808 on this, you know, Powfu type beat. I added R bass, which is just a plugin that boosts the frequencies that you'll hear in the bass region, like the subwoofer frequencies. I love R bass, super great plugin. I have the tape stop on that also, which is just for the triggering, you know, that cool effect I showed you when the bass drops. Coming with the Rhodes, which I think I have the pattern in here too. I used the Rhodes from Keyscape, so I just used one of the Rhodes presets. I think it was Rhodes Chorus. The instrument changed for some reason. I'm just playing the same chords. And I have these little notes to accentuate. I don't know, it just ups the vibe. And I have that on the Rhodes here. So got the bass, guitar, and the Rhodes, and then for the drums we got this kick, snare, and a clap combined. I layered the snare and the clap to make it sound more full. Again, I have the snare and the clap on the same channel mixer as the snap at the start, so I just have that compressor. Bring in the hi-hat right there. Just kind of like a two-step with a roll right here. As you can see, the velocities are all randomized as well. Cut out the bass right there because it just sounds cool. So yeah, in terms of structuring, we got the intro, straight into the chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. So this is the verse. I'm using a bass guitar from Trillion, so I don't overuse that bass sound, you know, the drama wheel bass. And that effect, I love this bass slide right here, if you listen to the bass guitar. So I used, again, Trillion, but I have two different instances of Trillion. One of them I have on the, it's specifically called Retro 60s Slide Down, and the other one is just the Retro 60s Full Range. And so it hits the note that I want and then it slides down. And then I have this pluck right here that goes. It's an Omnisphere preset called Bees Bells. It's from one of KBZ's packs. Just kind of like a bell. Then not much going on here, to be honest. And then for the drop, got the same thing, just adding the bells that I just showed you guys. And I find as the song progresses, you want to keep adding things, and on the verses you want to swap things out just to make it, you know, prevent it from getting boring. And then, for example, on this next verse, I have this cool cutout effect that I really like. So you can do this, in my experience with guitars, this almost always works if you just cut out the last like bar. So we got I just think it adds more rhythm. And then we got the Rhodes. I think the drums I changed up right there too. So I start with the snap. Then we started it at the very intro, and then we come in with the. That's about the same. I believe that is exactly the same. I love that transition. We got a clap right here with just a bunch of reverb. It's called a rim for some reason, but I have the pop snap compressor, another compressor, decapitator on pretty high just to make it sound distorted. So here's what it sounds like up to that point. And then I add the reverb, which just makes it sound cool. It's like, adds a huge tail, takes some of the low end off with this right here, equalizer. And then I separate the stereo image like a lot, just so it fills up the mix more. And so when it hits, it's like a, it's kind of like a pause, but it just sounds cool to transition into this next part, which brings in this cool arpeggio. And let's see, that was just an arpeggio. I have the chords and it's playing this arpeggio that I found on Omnisphere. Don't know exactly what the arpeggio was, but it's just a cool pattern. Got the Rhodes. That's about it. The bass cuts in and out with the cuts as well as the Rhodes. So I start cutting the Rhodes out like I did the guitar right here. The only thing remaining in the cuts is the hi-hat. And then I still cut it sometimes. And I use that bass guitar slide right here to transition into that. Start with that rim again every 4. Not quite 4, but I use that rim there. It just sounds cool to go. The only other element that I added after that is this guitar right here, which again I just recorded live DI and then I added guitar rig. Here's what it sounds like before. I'm gonna normalize it. So it looks like we got the jazz amp mono to stereo. Makes it sound pretty full because it's stereo. And then I add some of the, I cut off the low end and some of the high end. Just this region is what I want, so it doesn't muddy the mix. Combine everything and you got this. Okay, by the way, the bass pattern is following, it's just following the chords. The only thing it's different is like it dips down right here because it sounds cool to have this. I just thought it sounded cool. You don't want to, you want to like not always follow just like this, because you could always just use the root notes of the chords. But to me it sounds a lot cooler to have just random little mix-ups, whether it's 808s or a synth bass like that. It's nice to always have a little bit of variation, so it's not like every other beat or song you've heard. And so I ended the beat. So yeah, I used this preset. It's the Bees Bells still, and I just have kind of like a walk down to make it feel more like an ending. And then everything kind of cuts off pretty quickly, and then I have that rim again just to fill the space, so it's like this tailing reverb. That's the whole beat. So that's how I made this, you know, pop beat here. Let me know if you guys got any questions. If you have any suggestions on tutorials you want to see, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to make a lot more tutorials relating to like guitar and producing with guitar samples and things like that. I'm going to be dropping a loop kit pretty soon, a punk pop one and a pop one. So drop me a subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. Drop me a like if you learned anything. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be dropping more videos in the near future. Thank you. Peace out.